Hey folks, this is Kirk Smith with the Illinois Christian Home Educators. The fun just keeps on rolling in as I'm now keeping a list of all the misinformation that's being told to potential homeschooling parents, either by public school administrators, public school principals, teachers, and even some doctors' offices are getting on the act now. We don't want to leave anybody behind here, right? So here's some of the misinformation that's out there that you must, should, or need to register with the state. The form itself on the ISBE website says this is a voluntary registration. Don't do it. Secondly, that your curriculum must be approved by someone. Someone, I approve it, go. No, your homeschool curriculum does not have to be approved by anyone or by any agency of the state. You choose. Thirdly, the curriculum must be accredited. There is no such thing as accredited homeschooling curriculum in the state of Illinois. Not true. You can't get into college with a homeschool diploma because it's not adequate. I got a daughter graduating here in 2 weeks and a son who's a sophomore down at University of Louisville. That's not true. You can't get back into public school if you homeschool. I wish that were true, but it's not, if you want to. If you go back into public school, and if you're a junior or a senior, you must start as a freshman. There's no law about that either. Now, the public school does have the right to test for placement, but if you pull them out and they're a sophomore and you keep them home for a year and put them back in, they have to go into freshman, that's more of a comment on what the public school didn't do than what homeschooling didn't do. So that's not true as well. They do have the right to test, but it must be the same test administered to any other student coming in for the parochial school or a private school or switching to a public school. This is from a doctor's office in Springfield. They asked people if they were homeschooled, and then if they did, they were asked about 10 or 12 questions. That's not their jurisdiction at all. And plus, if they don't ask the public school the same question, that seems to me to be discrimination, quite possibly. So the doctors have no jurisdiction over education. Also, any other additional forms to fill out, you don't have to do it. We recommend, not required, recommend a letter of withdrawal. Go to our website for a sample of that. And the Chicago Public Schools, they do not want to be left out. Oh no, they're now requesting annually, if you're a homeschooler, that you send in a statement of assurance that your child is actually being homeschooled. The Chicago Public School System is wanting to have assurance that your child's being educated. Now, I could have a lot of fun with that, but I'm going to be the bigger person and just go on. That your names will be turned into the DCFS or CPS, that you're required to get a GED if you go to homeschool. Not true at all. We recommend you don't give a GED. When you say your child has graduated, they've fulfilled the goals that you have for your high school, they are officially a graduate. Have to give 5 hours of instruction a day. That's for the public school, not homeschooling. Would say as well, e-learning through the public school is not homeschooling. You are still submissive to the public school at that point. Just sharing some of these things in case you've heard them. If you've had some new ones other than those, send them to me at ksmith@iche.org and we'll help get the information out there as well. Want to remind you again, we are blessed to live in a great state when it comes to homeschooling laws. The only thing you need to do is to send a letter of withdrawal to the school where your child goes presently and say you're going to be private schooling your child for the 2021 school year. Want to keep on pushing this out because I know parents are anxious. They're afraid of doing what is wrong. You really can't mess this thing up, parents, in spite of what you're being told. Go to the ICHE website, click on New Beginners, read a lot of great information there that you'll know your rights and see the great vision that homeschooling offers. This is, again, Kirk Smith with the Illinois Christian Home Educators.